This episode of Unqualified is brought to you by McDonald's, proudly serving communities since 1965. On the drive to and from my parents' house in Washington State, we almost always stop at two particular McDonald's, one in Salem, Oregon, and another in Eureka, California. At the moment, we are in the parking lot of the Salem location, and I just finished a Big Mac and fries. Even though we are just passing through, I appreciate the familiarity and feeling of community. The other day, I was looking through my mother-in-law's photo album and came across a photo where she and her friends are standing in front of a McDonald's wearing their cheerleading uniforms. I usually call my mother-in-law New Mom, but her name is Marcia. Under the photo, Marcia had written a note, and I talked her into letting me read it here. San Bernardino, California. I have so many memories of this McDonald's over the years. My father took me there on what I think was opening day. What a thrill it was as a young girl to order a chocolate shake, hamburger, and French fries. Then there was the time when my cousin Hinda and I were given a tour and allowed to take dill pickles by the cupful out of a huge barrel. We must have eaten 100 pickles each. Everyone in my family knows the story of how I accidentally missed the ketchup container and dipped a fry into my milkshake. Now when I dip fries in my shake, it's on purpose. I remember when I was 12 years old, my mother and my cousin Noel Novak, Larry's brother, picked me up from dance class, and we went for dinner to celebrate Noel's graduation from high school. Years later, when I was in high school, we would go to McDonald's every Friday night after the football game. I wish you could see this photo. Marcia couldn't remember if they won the game that night, but everyone is smiling as if they did. Wherever your local McDonald's is, there's nothing better than that wonderful feeling of community. Well, maybe that feeling is tied with eating a Big Mac. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Hi, Nick.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Really
Good.
excited to have you here. Thank you so
So happy
much.
to be here. This is great.
Yeah? What's great
Yes.
about it so far?
Just being in
Getting
your
coffee.
home feels just great.
Creepy?
No, it feels really nice.
I'll show you around.
Very
It'll
warm.
get
Yeah,
creepy.
it's a very nice spot. I
No,
like it.
I'll show you the
I got hit
backstory.
by one of the branches walking in. That was my fault though. I was looking at my phone while I was walking, which is always a bad move.
I get hit by branches a lot, and I'm not looking at my phone. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well, explain to our listeners what you're congratulating.
You got nominated today, this morning,
Yes.
for a Golden Globe
Yes.
for Best Song.
I did. I woke up in a panic
Why?
because my alarm had gone off. And here's the thing: I was just in Europe and in Brazil, and it was on that time zone, so I didn't fall asleep till very late, basically. So I was in a deep sleep at about 7 a.m. West Coast time. My alarm goes off because my friend was in a panic to get up to my room to give me his phone and wake me up to give the phone to me. My manager was on the phone to tell me that I was nominated because he tried to call me about 10 times and I wasn't answering. But I was relieved because I stress about this stuff all the time, the awards and all the stuff, but I wasn't even thinking about it. I was so deep in sleep that I was just, I had the most pleasant surprise.
Pleasant surprise, but that must have felt so good to be in a deep sleep.
Oh, it was great. It was so nice.
And then, that's awesome. So,
Yeah, it was cool. I've been on cloud 9 all day.
well, thank you truly so much for being here.
Of course. Happy to be here.
Okay, without asking you, we tried to not ask our celebrities about too many personal details unless they want to share. But I have two questions. One is about fame, one's about relationships, and you can answer them as vaguely as you'd like. In fact, that's sort of what I'm looking for. But I was thinking today about if when I'm 55, 56 or whatever, if I make it that long.
Let's go with when, not if.
All right. Yep. If I'll miss
feeling a sense of recognition? Like, have I become sort of numb a little bit? And because you've been famous for so long and wildly famous, are you sort of totally adjusted? Because I was thinking, like, what if I'm going to get like the shitty table or whatever? Because I feel resentful sometimes. Of course, like when I'm out, whatever, walking, and I'm like the star without makeup, and not that I get hounded that much, but and I get annoyed with the somebody popping out from behind a bush, and like I said, it really doesn't happen very much. But can you conceive of your life without that? Without
fame?
Yeah, without like.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's I'd have to break it down into two pieces. The first being that if I could separate, the fame from getting to do what I love. In some cases, I actually kind of wish that I could just do the get to do what I love part and leave the other. Yeah. I don't love the public life aspect of it. At times, I feel like it gets kind of in the way of my creative source and my ability to be present in certain situations, and also just sort of the walls we build up over time as people. If you add other people's opinion to your life choices and your mistakes and your good moments, your bad moments, everything in between, it just makes it more complicated, and it's all I've known.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I can see in my mind it being a different scenario. I think there are waves of a career and moments where if you place your own value on, which table you get at the restaurant or how many people pop out of the bushes, it becomes tough to feel any kind of joy or happiness,
That's the problem, is that I felt early on, not that I've known any degree of your fame, but early on I felt myself kind of seduced by it for a second. And I had I had a moment in a bowling alley in the town that I grew up in, north of Seattle, where I said, I really did say these words.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
You said them.
I said them.
Yeah.
Do you know who I
those
am?
words.
And I woke up the next morning being like, who the fuck have I become? What kind of fucking bitch? Like, who the fuck does that?
Yeah.
And I hope that I learn. I don't know. I don't mean to.
See, no, I think those moments are important, though, to understand what your awareness of this thing is, right? And like how to approach it in a graceful way or not. In some cases, some people don't really care. And that's fine. Everyone can do their own thing. I don't judge anybody for how they want to live their life. But, I had my earliest character building experience. I was 18, and I was dating this older woman. And we went to this place. My brother Joe said, you got to go to this place on Sunset called Red O. Not Sunset. It was Melrose or something. I was like, Red O. Okay. And it was new. It was a new spot. 18. Excited. I'm taking this girl who's 9 years older than me out. And the reservation was made under my real name, which usually I go with as some kind of alias. All Christopher Guest characters, basically, are always my alias. But I get to the door, and he doesn't recognize me, which is totally fine. Happens a lot. And he said, I went to say, I think it's under whatever the name was. And he was like, no. He was a real asshole, like a real dick. And I was so mortified that I was like trying to impress this girl who's older than me. I'm trying to get this new restaurant, like really at like a peak moment of success in my career, and yet I have to like tell the doorman. I said, "I'm Nick Jonas. It's a fake name." He goes, "Yeah, sure you are." And I said, "No, really, like I am." And it got really hot, like real mad. My Jersey Italian side came out, and I was about to get in his face, and I just pulled out my ID, and I thought this was like a big like "fuck you, man" move, but it wasn't. Looking back on it, but I pulled out my ID. He was like, "See, it's right there." Put it back in my pocket. I was like, "We're leaving," and we left. We went grab like pink taco or something instead. But I think those moments and those sort of character building experiences where you go to that card, whatever it is, do you know who I am, and it backfires in a good way, is like a really good thing.
Yeah.
Even if it's waking up the next morning feeling guilty about it.
Yeah. Thank you for telling that story, because it's just easy to get seduced, and on one hand, you complain about it because You feel like maybe sometimes people around you don't like you for who you really are or whatever, and your value is condensed to very specific elements of your life. And so it's good to, because I'm not comfortable being out in public. I don't know how to like walk a red carpet. I'm always like, my mouth is open way too wide. I never know how to stand. I'm always wearing the wrong thing. Like there's deodorant stains on my fucking dress or whatever. But but those are things that you're not taught. And then when you get kind of sucked into being treated more valuable than, say, your brother or something, like I've had to check but I'm 41 now, so I'm hoping that I check myself more frequently. I do, well, because no one fucking pays attention to me anymore anyway, except for our dear listeners. Dear listeners, Nick Jonas is here in the Mole Room.
This is going to be one of our biggest shows ever. Our listeners have been asking for you for a long time.
Really?
So, yes.
That's great to hear. I'm
Nick,
honored.
Before we get on to our game playing segments, what general advice would you give in terms of relationship stuff? Because we have a lot of younger listeners, and I never know what to say because
I certainly don't have
What
it
would
all
you
figured
look
out.
for in a woman?
What do I look for in a woman?
Or in a relationship?
In a relationship. Well, I think my main thing is I look for someone that meshes well with groups. I know it doesn't say a whole lot about a personality trait, but the first step is seeing how that person is around groups of people, because that's kind of how my world is set up, you know? And that's my gauge on if someone is trustworthy, if they're kind, if they treat, this actually goes back to what we're saying, if they treat every single person at the table at dinner the same way they treat me, then I know that, there's care there, there's an ability to really make an effort, you know? So that's number one. And then also...
that requires like a degree of confidence though, right?
Yeah,
like,
confidence. That's what I was going to say. I think confidence and that go hand in hand. And that's not to say that someone's got to be dominating the room in conversation. Sometimes that can be overwhelming, but I think making an effort in some sense, and in the same way that I would with new people, and that's important to me early on. And beyond that, I mean, I think it's tough to say, what is attractive, because everyone is attractive for different reasons and different times in your life. And I think, it's all sort of about going with the flow and enjoying the ride.
That's really well said. I like that.
It took us a long time to learn these kinds of things. I'm marrying Sim. And
getting married in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and
his
amazing.
fiance.
Well, meaning she's the officiant.
I know. Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You're marrying him and his fiance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
which would be
it's going to be awesome.
really incredible. We got to talk about
takes,
that.
like, the workload.
That's interesting to me.
Like, it's it's great.
Did you get ordained?
I got ordained in
Online?
2007.
Oh.
And no one has asked me to marry them yet.
That's
I was
so
just
cool.
hoping that someone eventually would.
What's your opening line?
I can't tell you right now.
Oh,
Also,
gotcha.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, I'm sure
As long as I get attention, I'm happy.
you're going to get all the attention in the world. More attention than the bride, I'm sure, isn't?
That's what it should be, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yep, that's a way to really endear myself to the family. I'm gonna wear a Princess Leia Jabba the Hutt bikini and a tiara. Be like, love.
It's a good opening line.
There it is.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by State Farm. And in honor of their surprisingly great auto insurance rates, I'm going to tell you about a particularly surprising day on set. It takes me a long time to read a script. For almost every line of dialogue, I will stop to figure out why my character would say it, how it fits in the conversation, and how it's going to come out of my mouth. Between the lines, there are larger chunks of text which describe everything else happening in the scene. Maybe what a room looks like, what characters are wearing, and what they're doing. As I often underestimate how long everything in my life takes, I know I can make up some time by reading those larger chunks a little faster. I got the script for Overboard about 6 months before we started production. I read it in my warm living room, wearing comfortably warm clothes, sipping from a warm mug of tea. Somehow, it never occurred to me that when you jump off a boat in the middle of the ocean, the water is surprisingly cold. And it doesn't get any warmer on take 2. Here at Unqualified, we love State Farm because they provide coverage that meets your needs at a surprisingly great rate. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Warby Parker. Warby Parker was founded with a rebellious spirit and the lofty goal of creating boutique-quality eyewear at a revolutionary price point. Sunglasses, with or without a prescription, start at $95 and, just like eyeglasses, are available through their home try-on program. You just choose 5 pairs and see which ones you like. I was surprised by how quickly they arrived, which presented me with the immediate problem of deciding which ones to keep. I loved all of them, so you can guess what happened. And not only can you feel good about how cool you look, you can also feel good knowing that for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need through partnerships with nonprofits like Vision Spring. Offering eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams, Warby Parker is committed to providing exceptional vision care online and in stores. So put your FSA or HSA dollars to good use on Warby Parker prescription glasses, prescription sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams. Try Warby Parker's free home try-on program. Order 5 pairs of glasses to try at home for free for 5 days. There's no obligation to buy. Ships free and includes a prepaid return shipping label. Try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/unqualified. That's warbyparker.com/unqualified.
Okay, so we have deal breakers. It's
Oh,
a segment
nice.
that we do. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. The coffee just got here, so now I'm like totally in the zone to do the deal breakers.
Do you have a busy night tonight?
Well, I fly. So I
God.
basically, after this, I go
Oh
get
my
ready for the
God.
premiere of Jumanji. And then I wasn't planning on staying for a little while afterwards. But this morning when I found out about the Golden Globes, I said, all right, I'm going to have a couple
Good.
drinks with some friends.
Good.
By
Nice.
a couple, I mean probably too many.
Good.
And then
There
get
you
right on
go.
the plane and go to New York.
Oh, awesome. Good
Like
for
tonight
you.
at 2 in the
Like that. These are the times, whatever, to celebrate. Why the fuck do I sound like I'm 58 years old? I'm sorry. Okay, Nick,
Yes.
deal breakers. Imagine you're single. I don't know if you are.
I
You
am.
don't have to say. Okay, awesome. Are these deal breakers? She doesn't celebrate Christmas because it was her anniversary with her ex.
Oh, yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Why?
I think,
I mean, it would be for me as well. But.
yeah, I think that there are some things that I can totally understand, have compassion for, and be understanding about. I think that if it's more complicated than, like if it's a really traumatic experience, right? Like if we're going to go deep on this, I think if there's some kind of level of deep hurt and trauma connected to the breakup, then absolutely it's fine. She can do what's right for her. But if it's like a boyfriend of a year or 2 and not over him, and whatever the case is, then no, I don't think that I could.
I think
Carry on.
both ladies sound kind of awful,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But what if she doesn't want to celebrate 4th of July?
For what reason? Because of an ex?
Yeah.
The 4th of July is an odd. It is an odd
Yeah,
thing
listen.
in general. I mean, it's literally. It's funny how these holidays, that are so exciting to you as a kid, and you're like, teenage years, you're gonna start to understand that it's really designed just for people to like be able to drink, basically, and like have fun and party and have a day off from work and school, and celebrate our great country. But I don't know that it's the kind of thing where like it should not be celebrated because of an ex. Like I think it goes beyond that somehow to like, you know, the foundation of our country as a whole, which is bigger than all of us.
What if she gives out her homemade artwork on Halloween instead of candy?
Homemade artwork? See, that's kind of interesting.
Like mugs that
I'm into
she's
that.
like painted.
I'm definitely into that.
Yeah?
Yeah, super into that. I mean, as long as it's all appropriate to give to kids, I think it's great. I'm gonna do that next year. You're gonna be. Is it a deal breaker if a guy? And
Ding dong. Hey, Nick, it's Anna. I was
Come with
hoping
just
for one of your ceramic pieces.
Yeah. What is that thing? A thimble you put on when you're sewing? I'm gonna make a couple of those.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and some plates.
Yep,
you know?
I want a plate, not the thimble, please. I know you got them all. Okay. She brings her squatty potty whenever she stays over at your place.
Squatty potty is a thing. It's like the step stool, right? That helps everything come out smoother.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, that's for forgive my ignorance here.
Yeah.
But that's for number one or number two?
It's
Both.
a number 2 deal.
It's a number 2 deal.
Yeah.
Okay. I think an open poop dialogue is very important.
That's nice.
I think it's very important. It doesn't mean I want to hear about it all the time. But I think that eventually
turn
when I
you off.
become a father, which I intend to do at some point, even with my nieces, right? I think it's like natural to talk about the way humans operate. Like this is a human thing. One of the first books I read is Everybody Poops. And I think everyone's just taboo about talking about it. It's like, no, it's natural. It's one of the most natural things in the world.
But in a
By the way, it's
relationship?
more natural than like video games, right? And yet we World of Warcraft and all that shit. Like we don't talk about pooping. So if she wants to take
it's not a turnoff?
well, like I said, I don't want to hear about it all the time. But I'm fine
Even
to
at all. I can't believe you want to hear about it at all.
Sim is very afraid.
listen. Okay, here's a scenario. What's your fiance's name?
Amy.
Amy. Okay. So Amy, comes out of the bathroom and says, "That went really well today." Your reaction is?
A little bit of disgust. I'm not going to lie.
If you came out of the bathroom and you said, "That went really well today," what would she say?
I mean, hopefully, standing O, a round of applause.
I think it's an absolute double standard
yeah,
between men and
absolutely.
women.
You're absolutely right.
No. Whoa, Sim.
I would say that jokingly, and she'd probably giggle and laugh. I'd make a joke about it, but I don't know. I just don't want to hear her making jokes about it. I'm sorry. Sorry.
No. You don't have to apologize. I just know that
You guys
all of
have
this
my
is
back.
coming from
Thank
your
you.
insecurity because I have been on group vacations with you where you will not go number 2 until you're like, you have to like drive down the mountain to a gas station.
Oh, listen, I
And so it's
understand that, but
all
that's
you.
more.
That's something
If
completely
Amy
different.
made the bathroom smell a tiny bit fragrant, you would probably be like, "Oh, I love her. I'm so happy her digestives, and I want to go down on her."
Listen, I think an open poop dialogue is very important.
Okay.
That's my theme.
Exactly. Just
You're
right.
gonna fucking cut that out.
No, I'm
Fuck
gonna
you.
cut it out.
You're a dick. I'm sorry. He's such a fucking asshole. Okay, she's a series regular on Vanderpump Rules.
Which is the reality show, correct?
Uh-huh.
Never seen it, so I don't know that I can fully judge that. But as a rule in general, reality shows rub me the wrong way.
Right.
I don't think it's like the right. My brother and his wife did a reality show with E, which was produced by Ryan Seacrest, and it was not your traditional drama sort of like trashy thing. It was more about just their life. It was more like a documentary series, right? So that I was happy for them, and it's all good. They did that. I think it's great. But for me personally, I did not really enjoy the experience of that or being involved in whatever degree I was. And when I see some of these shows, I just think it's like a fly on the wall to like the worst dinner party I could ever think to be at. And so the answer is no.
Okay. All right, listen. Here's
Yes.
the deal, Nick. You are shooting a movie in Vancouver.
Montreal. Yes, but same thing.
No. I mean,
This is the
this
thing.
is the future.
Forgive me.
This is the future.
Okay.
You're shooting a movie in Vancouver.
Yeah.
You play this crazy cop. You have a mechanical leg that like weirdly you shoot bullets out of your heel and whatever. It's been a long day of shooting.
Yeah.
You're staying at the Sutton Place. You're having a cup of coffee or a drink, whatever you'd like, after the long day in the Gerard room, which is the bar at the Sutton Place Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
You're by yourself.
Yeah.
Somebody comes up to you. Hey, do you mind if I sit right here?
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, Marco.
Hey, Kayla, what are you doing here?
I just want to get a drink, Marco.
Okay.
Fuck you. I want a cherry tequila bomb, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
Nick, are you okay with everything?
Oh my God, you are, Nick. I knew it. I knew it.
Oh.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Oh
Yeah,
my God, I knew it.
Kayla,
said-
can you please?
Fuck
I told you about
Marco,
this before.
Fucking pour me the fucking drink. Oh my gosh, have you ever had a cherry tequila bomb? They're so fucking good.
No, I haven't actually.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah, it's
What are you doing here?
you know, I'm trying to just kind of kick back, and I've had a bit of a long day, and just sort of like in my
me
own
too.
little world, like
Yeah,
in my own
me
little
too.
thing by
Me
myself.
too.
And,
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Hey,
But-
can I ask you a couple things? Do you mind? I mean, I'm sorry.
yeah.
I don't mean to intrude.
No,
but,
no, it's totally
And
fine.
I'm so. I'm not going
Kayla,
to like
was
tell
it?
anybody.
Kayla.
Yeah, Kayla.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell anybody that you're here. I'm like super low key because I'm not even impressed by celebrity at all.
Yeah. Of course.
But so a couple of questions. So I'm becoming a singer and I'm
Oh,
also
yeah.
acting.
Great.
What like would be your advice to me?
My advice would be.
Do you want some pretzels or no? I mean, I don't know. People like grub around in them. Okay, yeah, go on.
Yeah. Do you want the advice or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say, takes a lot of practice, like anything.
Oh
It's
my
hard
gosh,
work
yeah.
and practice.
I've
so just
really
put in your
practiced.
10,000 hours and just have fun with it too.
Oh
Find
my
some
God.
great
Yeah.
people to work with.
I can always tell that you're having fun with everything.
Can you?
Yeah, I really can.
Yeah, like this
That's like one of
conversation,
the
you
things
can
that I
tell.
love about you.
Really,
Is
yeah.
that you always have fun.
It's having fun is really important.
Yeah,
And
that's so cool.
Sometimes that alone time too is really good to
Yeah.
just,
Oh my gosh, I'm
break up
such a
the-
solitary person. I like
Yeah.
my friends are like,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh, Kayla, you're such an introvert," and I'm like, "I know, it's because I need time to myself, just like you."
yeah. I can see that about you. It
Yeah.
seems to be.
Yeah. Oh, I see you have a
case.
book. Oh my gosh. Do you read? That's so cool. I know a lot of actors, and it's like, oh, they think that they're smarter than they are. But you
Yeah, you
seem
know
like
that about
actually
actors? Okay.
really, really smart.
That's,
you know?
that's thank you. That's very kind.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm so sorry, Kayla.
Yeah.
I don't want to be rude,
Oh my
but
God, please don't apologize for anything.
I'm gonna just get back to this book. And,
Oh, I
and
can
kind
help
of
you learn your lines.
No. It's, I appreciate that. I'm,
No, I can
actually,
totally help
no,
you.
it's I prefer to do it alone.
Oh, no.
Just thank you.
Oh my
but
God.
So nice to meet you.
Oh my gosh, no.
I hope you have a great night. And
Oh my God. Well, listen, a couple of things.
Yeah.
What room are you staying in?
That's not. I'm not going to tell you that.
Why not? Because
No,
no.
it's-
Listen,
hey,
I'm not
listen.
going to bug you. It's just that I give an awesome massage.
Yeah, no. I appreciate
staying
the
here
offer,
too.
but it's no. The answer is no.
Have you ever had the jalapeno poppers here? They're so good. They're so good. Also, the creme
I
brulee.
don't know how to
is
do the
so
polite version
good.
of this anymore.
Here,
but
Nick,
I-
here's your check.
Marco, get the fuck out of here. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, so in your 1025.
Nope.
1025.
I'm so
That's-
sorry, Nick.
Marco.
So I will meet
What the fuck,
you
Marco?
up
So sorry.
there. I'll meet you up there.
Okay,
we'll
so
study.
first of all,
I'm so
no
excited
massages.
because I
Let's
have.
just start there.
I have.
All
an
right, Marco,
audition
go fuck yourself.
tomorrow, and I've
Kayla, it was
Nick,
interesting.
I'm right behind you.
How's that?
How often does that happen to you?
I loved the detail in the performance because it really the best line is I'm not fascinated by a celebrity.
No. I know
'Cause people-
a lot of famous people.
People offend it's I believe it's a thing of they get nervous and they don't want to appear nervous or like they view you differently, so they say something offensive in most cases, to me at least. A lot of like the main one I get is like you're so much shorter in person.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah, there's that one, and then there's I'm not a fan, but like my sister is or my cousin is. Like I don't like your music, which is offensive.
Yes.
And then the one time someone says, I mean, like I literally said it back to them, like, that was rude. You didn't need to offend me to like, they were like, listen, I just want to be honest and tell you that I think this record sucks. I was like, why did you come to the signing for the album? I think the record sucks, and I'm like a real fan, so I'm just always gonna be real with you.
Can I do that with you?
Yeah, please.
Hey, so I've been waiting in line for like.
Yeah, thank you for coming. That's great.
No, it's awesome. I've been like a massive fan of yours for a really long time.
Cool.
I just want to like,
Yep.
I just have to get this off my chest. And I just think you're this kind of like this current one kind of sucks. Like, I feel like you didn't like put all your heart and soul into it. And I just, because I've been like this big fan of yours for a really long time.
It's not a
I
joke.
thought that you could.
You're serious about what you're saying.
Yeah, I feel like you're losing.
I'm sorry. I thought that was.
No, I just feel like you've lost something, like something
Really?
like your original vision.
I'm okay.
But
You're totally entitled to your opinion, by the way. I'm really proud of this
one. I just want you to know.
There's like 2 songs about.
I want you to be real,
like death,
like be
and
who you were,
like loss, and breakup, and it's pretty heavy.
But I want you to return to who you were. Like, I feel like you're getting seduced by fame and like women and literally, sex, and like
I haven't had sex in a year and a half, so
that's how I feel. And
interesting.
I just want.
So you would say you're like a real
keep it
fan,
real, because I've been a fan of yours since I was 7. And I just want to make sure that you always return to who you were, because I feel like I've lost you.
Okay, well, I feel like I'm really discovering who I am and coming into my own as an artist.
Yeah, but who is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now I'm questioning just about everything.
Like, who is that?
But also, who
because
are
I
you?
Thought I knew
so
you.
basically,
the worst person ever.
I like that scene. That's a good one.
Anyway, if there's any way you could sign this for headshots,
sign these last 4 albums, just not this
like, one. I want to fuck you forever. Love. Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I don't know what it's like at all, but yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm playing.
You build up a thick skin.
Yeah.
Over time. And it's all good.
You weren't phased, though. That was impressive. You were kind.
Yeah, and that's genuinely how I am in most cases. I mean, there's only ever been one time where I kind of snapped back at somebody, but it wasn't they said something to me. They said something to a friend of mine who's an actress, and it was so unnecessarily rude. And the guy was drunk, and it wasn't, it was like, but same deal. He's like, I just didn't like this movie. I just got to say it. I'm one of these guys. Anytime someone starts something, that's just who I am. It's like, that's just who I am. Like the setup to the most offensive thing in the world that you're about to hear. And yeah, he said that, and I was not happy.
And do you think that on some level, though, like somebody who says something like that thinks that your response is going to be like, oh my God, thank God somebody is real with me. I've been hoping for some like harsh critique on that earlier work. No,
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
so sorry that didn't touch you the way that it was meant to.
I fucked up. You're right. All that time I put into it, was all for nothing.
Give me your email. Man, let's fucking go to Cabo. I'm sorry. Let me make this up to you.
Yeah. You know what I feel really bad for, beyond entertainers, is athletes. I've become friends with a few athletes, and what they have to deal with, and specifically football players, like the pressure of a guy like a quarterback or a wide receiver. It's like there's a whole team of guys out there, and somehow the talking heads single out like the one guy. There's literally 75 fucking people on this team, and they're like, oh, Tom Brady just doesn't have it anymore. You're like, one bad game, it's
so
really
ridiculous.
unfortunate.
And fantasy football hasn't helped anything either.
I refuse to play fantasy for that reason.
Yeah.
Because I just want to, I want to enjoy the game. I don't want to be stressed about my player doing whatever. You're not a sports fan, right?
No, I am, but
Okay.
It's just funny that Sim is like initiating this because we have a fantasy football team, and
Are you doing well in the fantasy football?
We have we're doing really well actually. We're playing.
Nice.
We're beating Zac Efron right now. We're in a celebrity league.
You're beating Zac Efron.
Oh yeah, we're in the playoffs. First round of the playoffs.
That's a huge
Absolutely.
accomplishment.
Thank you, Nick. Thanks
I've heard
so much.
I mean, there's one thing I know about Zac
Aren't you
Efron.
glad you came on the podcast now?
It's that he's great at fantasy football. So he's a really nice guy.
All I care about. I beat
Great
Kevin
actor.
Durant, and now we're beating Zac Efron. Perfect.
That's funny.
Okay, should we go to the
let's
game?
quickly go to the game, and then we'll do the calls.
By the way, speaking
you
of-
guys have to get out of here pretty soon.
Speaking of Zach, that movie, The Disaster Artist, is very funny. He's got a
Love
small
that
role.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
so fun. I saw it
Such a
last
great
night.
movie.
It's great.
So Jumanji comes out, right? December 20th?
December 20th, yeah.
And Home.
Home is the song that's nominated for the Golden Globe.
And you have
And
new
Ferdinand.
music coming out in 2018.
Yeah, so I before I started the promo run for Jumanji, I was up in Montreal shooting a film
Yes.
called Chaos Walking. And before that, I made an album, which I pushed the release to next year so that I could kind of focus on promo stuff and all the other things. But there is new music done, and I'm really excited to release it and do some shows in South America with Bruno Mars. Start of the year, which will be very fun.
Why ever would you need coffee in your life?
Exactly, yeah. I don't know. Just, it helps a little bit.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by ZocDoc. Who gets excited about trying a new restaurant that has 2 out of 5 stars? When it comes to finding healthcare, don't ratings matter even more? ZocDoc is a free app where you can compare doctors, read reviews from real patients, and even make same-day appointments. When I finally called to reschedule my dentist appointment, I was told that my dentist had been retired for nearly 3 years. In my defense, parking was a nightmare. Through ZocDoc, I found a new dentist who had great reviews, took my insurance, and whose office was actually within walking distance. I was also able to book an appointment instantly without talking to a receptionist who made me feel guilty about not having my teeth cleaned for 3 years. My new dentist didn't make me feel guilty either, and only suggested I floss a little more often. Whether you need a primary care physician, dentist, dermatologist, psychiatrist, eye doctor, or other specialist, ZocDoc makes healthcare easy. Now is the time to prioritize your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/unqualified and download the ZocDoc app. Sign up for free and book a top-rated doctor who might be available as soon as today. That's ZocDoc.com/unqualified. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Osea. Wondering what to gift your friends and family this holiday season? Female founded over 25 years ago by a mother and daughter team, Osea's award-winning cleansers, serums, face moisturizers, and body products give you the results you want. Skin that looks and feels amazing. I recently got to try Osea's new body butter, which, like their now famous Undaria algae body oil, transforms dry skin without being greasy, has the same incredible scent, and leaves your skin soft, smooth, and healthy looking. If my experience is any indication, you can count on your partner giving you a lot of compliments. This holiday season, stock up and share your new favorite clean skincare and body care with your friends and family. Unqualified listeners get 10% off your first order with promo code ANNA at OseaMalibu.com. You'll get free samples with every order, and orders over $50 get free shipping. Gifting is always easier if you start early, so head to OSEAMalibu.com. Use code ANNA.
So I guess we're doing a game.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Or
make
should
it
we
really
do,
quick.
should we do
I'm-
calls or game?
We're going to do the quick game. It's going to take a second, hopefully. And I'll
What's the
make it
game?
really short. It's a game that our little team here invented. It's called What's Your Mood? So, Nick, you've said in the past that with every song that you write, you're trying to create a purpose with it, whether it's a song for sex or for anger, it creates a mood. So I'm gonna play a small snippet of a song of yours, and Anna, you have to guess the purpose or mood that he was trying to create
wow.
with it.
Oh,
And then
fuck.
Nick, you'll let Anna know if,
What the real one
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Okay, I like
whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa. Okay, so wait, what are my options? Like sex, love, anger,
it could be-
betrayal.
It could be anything. You
Yeah.
just think about whatever.
Endless
Yes.
options.
Okay, but please know, Nick, that what's my score when we do these games?
Well, this game you really can't win or lose in this one. Your record is 3-10. But I don't. But this is going to be easy because there are no. You can't really. I mean, actually, he will decide how you do. Nick will decide how you do. But let's hear the first. You guys can't. You guys can hear it, right? Okay. Let's hear. You want to hear it again?
What do you think?
Hope.
That's actually pretty good.
Thank you.
That's actually pretty good because the song is about like the end of a relationship, but the idea that realizing freedom and being single is amazing. There's hope in that, and that is the message.
Nice job.
Look at that.
Anna.
That was
All right,
impressive.
let's see how you do with this one.
I think you're being very generous.
No, that's actually really good.
All right. Here's an.
Of the night.
Interesting. This is, but
Possibility
not really.
in general.
It was. It's about a breakup and how we had this bottle of champagne saved for our anniversary and we didn't quite make it, so we popped it open anyway and had a sort of a sad toast at the end of a relationship. So the emotion in that would probably be reflectiveness.
Reflective.
Okay, that was not reflective.
I got
beat.
reflective out of that.
But it was.
I was imagining being on a party bus, like
Exactly.
at like
It's dancing through your tears. It's one of those. That's what it
20.
should
But
have
he
been.
said champagne problems.
I don't listen to the fucking words.
All right. Next one.
Neither do I, actually.
Let's go to the next one.
Oh, wow. You're going back about 100 years with this one.
Taking it back.
How did you even find this?
Oh, it's out there.
Reflective graduation.
Yeah. What? Graduation
Like
of what?
looking to the past and to the future all at the same time.
I currently feel that way. I feel like, it's nostalgic, but the song was there's no emotional context for that, I don't think. It was written for a TV show that we had where we fell in love with the pizza girl and we ate pizza every day.
There we go.
I mean, it's literally like, can you write a song about like falling in love with the pizza girl and then eating pizza every day? Like, yeah, we can actually do that.
So I guess I read a
Should you
little
get
more
partial
into
credit
it.
for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's.
This is when you've been able to buy your first nice car, and you're going out on the
Yeah.
town. You've like
And you're picking
there's
up the,
some like smoking brunette
yeah,
in the passenger seat next to you, and you're just like everything is possible.
like we're going to 7-Eleven. Gonna get you a slushy.
What do you think? What do you think?
I think that's exactly what it is. I
Are
literally.
you just being kind now?
No. It's. I could not have explained it better.
All right. Anna, you're doing really
you
well.
really don't listen to the lyrics at all.
That's a sex song.
Kind
Yes.
of, but no. That's the thing you were meant to think it is. That's the distraction. The title's under you, so it's
Right.
It's the old, but I'll never get over not. The word not being the premier word, not getting under you.
Wait.
It's about sex that never happened.
Oh, and wait, is that refusal
very
on your
confusing.
end or
I'll never get
refusal
over-
on her end?
It's a double negative, actually.
Uh-huh.
That's a because we weren't
You'll
meant
never-
to be.
Okay, you'll
It's a
never get
mutual
over
thing.
not having sex with her.
Yeah, but it's beyond just the sex. It's getting under her emotionally,
Yeah.
physically, and mentally.
What a weirdly fucking manipulative, twisted mind you have.
Let's see how you do with this one.
got it. Okay, this is when you're leaving Van Nuys Airport in a private jet. You're headed for Vegas, and Jamie Foxx is on your plane.
I mean,
And the music starts
kind of
blasting.
perfect.
Nobody has to put on their seatbelts. And,
it's fun, right? It's just everyone's and you don't know how they all know each other, but you're like, but Jamie Foxx is here.
That's
and
right.
It's fucking awesome.
That's right.
And we're having a lot of fun.
That's right. Yeah.
You're exactly right.
Thank you.
That is-
Nice, Anna.
I mean, exactly.
Wow. All right. So this one you just got nominated for the song today.
It feels like when somebody incredibly wealthy has invited you onto their catamaran. and
Yeah.
and it's like approaching sunset and you're there with a ton of people that you love and the breeze is just right and things are like slightly exciting. You're sort of heading into the horizon. You may never come back.
It does have that vibe. It's got a real like sunset sort of
It's like hope, but-
catamaran
yeah,
vibe.
peace.
All right, I've got one
And
for
you
you
get
now.
to sit up on the net, you
Yeah.
know, with somebody that you're crushing on.
Yeah, and you just look over and go, "Isn't this great?"
Yeah.
One of those moments.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got one for you.
Okay.
Forgiveness is one. I mean, that's one of my favorite songs of all time.
Thank you, but do you know more than that?
I mean, I don't know the
We could
verses.
sing it together.
I could probably, I
Let's do it,
actually, I
let's
could
do it.
probably think of more lyrics than I. Do we have like a karaoke version of it?
Forgiveness is more than saying sorry.
What a great song.
Forgiveness.
Take it away.
I can't remember the rest, but
Oh.
I do know this part. To forgive is divine.
Yeah, so let's
have a
have
glass of wine and have make up sex until the end of time.
That's you are truly brilliant in that role.
Thank you.
It's great.
Samantha, James. Samantha and Nick should team up.
I'm down. Actually, that would be hilarious.
It would be amazing.
Can we make that happen somehow?
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. Did you write that song?
Of course.
Did you actually write it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why are you calling me out like this?
No, I'm just curious because I want to know if
No,
like,
I don't know
if
anything
if
about
it
music.
charted or like if you got like money like from it.
Fuck no. I don't think so. If I did, it's like that those weird 12-cent checks that you get every 6 months.
Yeah, I get those from Disney, but they're for like 2 cents.
You know what? We just do the one call. We have time for one.
All right.
Let's do that. So good job on the game, Anna. I think you did well, right?
I
think
thought I
think-
won all of them.
I think it was very creative and highly interesting and good.
Fuck you,
She was
Nick.
kind of off. She was way off, wasn't she?
No, actually,
No.
I will say you are the only person who's ever accurately depicted the emotion for Bacon, which is the first song that was played.
Thank you.
So, congratulations. You
Wait,
did
that's
something.
the only one I got?
No, the other ones were good. The Jamie Foxx one was interesting. It was good. I liked it.
Should we go to calls?
Just feel so small.
So now we give relationship advice, Nick.
Yeah.
So
I
we're gonna
love giving relationship advice.
You're going to be great at this. We're going to call Samantha right now. Samantha, she's in Ottawa and she's 23.
Nick, thank you, by the way. I know you have to
course.
scoot soon.
Thanks for having me.
Hello?
Hey, Samantha, it's Sim. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm going to introduce you to Anna right now.
Hi, Samantha.
Hi, Anna.
Hey, thanks for being a part of this. And we have Nick Jonas here. And he's
Hello.
amazing.
Hi, Nick.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
We're amazing.
Samantha, tell us about this situation you have going on with your boyfriend and this girl in your friend group.
So I've been with my boyfriend, Chris, for almost 2 years now. And he has a super tight-knit friend group. And I'm sort of the newest member of this friend group. But there's this one girl, Leanne, that he had a history with in high school. And she's always kind of given me bad vibes. And whenever we hung out, she'd, tell me how chill I am and I'm such a good girlfriend, given everything. And then I asked my boyfriend if I was missing something and if there's anything going on. And he just kind of said, no, she's crazy. Just ignore her. And I was okay. But then this past March, I found out that the two of them were actually sleeping together when we first started dating. And obviously I was upset that he never told me anything, but I just kind of let it go because it was at the beginning of our relationship. And then a couple months ago, I got an anonymous email saying that Chris had made a move on Leanne a few months prior to this happening, asking her to have sex with him one last time. And he claims nothing actually happened and that he just asked her and that was it. It was a drunk mistake. And because of that, I chose to believe him and let it go. That being said, she's obviously still in the friend group. She's at every event that we go to. And I really don't want to be the girl that, bans my boyfriend from being around a girl or that comes between his friends. But I'm just really uncomfortable being around everyone at this point. And it's gotten so bad that I'm starting to be villainized by the friend group. It's turning into if I go, then she can't go, or vice versa. And as a result, my boyfriend isn't going to things, and it's causing this whole riff-raff with the friend group. And since this happened, 6 months ago, it's been long enough that I don't feel like I have the right to be upset anymore. And because I made the decision to get over it and forgive him, it's kind of all on me to just get over it and deal with it, be part of the friend group, and just be an adult. And I just really need help on how to navigate the waters from here.
Samantha, and our guys will chime in here. This is one of those moments in your life where, you described it as being an adult by getting over it. But the truth is, this is one of those moments where it's time to not let someone else determine your value. None of this adds up. This dude does not, and I of course, you're calling because on some gut level you know this. And I wish at your age that I had been told this. This whole relationship is making you feel like shit. I think that's at least what I hear in your voice. And so I think you have to. This is when you stretch your legs, and it's gonna hurt because you'll miss him, and maybe the friend group. But this is also one of those times when it's like when becoming an adult means becoming independent and valuing yourself, I think. And I think there's all kinds of red flags. You see them. You just told them to us. And the fact that he's making you feel terrible for whatever his
complete manipulation.
Yeah, for whatever his shit's, whatever is going on there, and that you are sort of absorbed into his friend group, and they all are doing their thing, and there's clearly this weirdness with the other girl, and your boyfriend is enjoying the dance between you and the other woman. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. I'm sorry if that sounds harsh.
No, that's okay.
Nick, do you have any ideas?
I think that it's always tough when you have these situations with big groups of friends. There's lots of history with everybody, But if this is a situation where if it's one time, it's something you can get past, I think, and then if it happens again, it's a red flag that shouldn't be ignored. And it seems like there's been enough on both ends that the signs are pretty clear what's going on. And maybe it's best to remove yourself from a situation where, you could potentially get hurt. When you can see it from a distance already. You don't need that in your life. It's kind of poisonous. And also, what Anna said about your value is in more than these two people or this friend group's view of you. You determine who you are and what makes you special, and that is not for them to decide.
It's not on you to move past this. This is a big deal, and the 20s should be a time in your life when you really get to live exactly for you, and I hesitate to use the term selfishly, but that is sort of what I mean. And I don't know. I don't like it that he admitted to trying to sleep with this girl.
Well,
I don't like it that,
right? He slept with her for the first 3 months while you guys were dating, and yet I just don't know how you can trust him.
Yeah. Samantha, I don't know if it's his charming manipulative qualities that keep you sort of sucked in. But I would run. I would leave this. I would leave this if you can. You know, I understand that it's tough, but I would leave.
It seems pretty evident to me.
It seems to me like all these people seem to know what's going on except for you, and I don't like that. I've been in that position before, and it feels pretty terrible when all the truth comes out, because it does. The truth always comes out.
What are your conversations like with your boyfriend right now?
Right now, we're really good, and that almost makes it worse because it's sort of like when I do get upset about it, or if an event does come up, it's sort of rocky waters between us because I don't want to upset him by bringing up the situation.
And he gets upset. If you bring this up, he gets upset, and then he gets really annoyed, and then you feel like you did something wrong. I know men that are really great at doing that.
Yeah. Well, I was in a relationship in high school and then another one in college where my boyfriend would constantly tell me that I was so dramatic. And I didn't think I was being dramatic by accusing him of cheating on me when he totally had.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm being dramatic. And I learned from that, I think, because you learn from every relationship experience. But a lot of times people who are feeling guilty about something, or highly manipulative people, will go on the offensive to create a strong defense. And it's really great that you're clocking all these things. And maybe you'll be with him for a little longer. But I think it's good to be reflective and know that there's great men out there, you know, that won't be fucking somebody in your friend circle and making you feel like a crazy person, you know?
Yeah. He is a good guy, but it's just, you know, there's always going to be that, well, is he going to do it again?
Yeah.
Or the next time, is he actually going to sleep with her? Or did he actually sleep with her?
I don't know.
I mean, if he was sleeping with her for the first 3 months of your relationship with him,
yeah,
and all of your friends are saying that they might be sleeping together again, I don't know.
Yeah, you did get an anonymous email. I don't know, Samantha, just protect your heart, you know, and value yourself. And I'm sorry.
I know this is going to be hard because I know that she's not ready to get out of this relationship.
Yes,
you can tell that she's just not.
Of course not. Yeah, but it's a sign that you called us, I guess.
But maybe we needed to hear it from 3 strangers. You know, I mean, I feel like everyone here in the room watching are pretty much on the same page, right? I mean, no one ever wants to hear this stuff, but this is hard.
Oh, and you know what though, Samantha? Know this. Pretty much everyone has been there in a version of this. And so I think that your story will touch a lot of our listeners. Except for Nick. Nick may have never been in this position.
I have. I certainly have. But also, you know, I'll say this. The signs are all there. I know these things are tough to let some people go, and when you feel like you should, and whatever else, a hard pill to swallow. But it's going to be okay. I truly believe that. I mean, no matter what happens, like the reality is, you're young, you have a lot of life ahead of you, and these things will pass as well, and the pain goes away, and you're able to find the person that'll treat you the way you need to be treated.
He's right.
Keep your head up.
Hey, Samantha, we have to go. But
Samantha, I love you. Thank you for sharing your story. Please get back to. I'm telling you that, like, you are just not alone.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you. Thanks so much for being a part of this. I love you.
Thanks for letting me.
Bye, Samantha.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Samantha was very nice.
Isn't that the
this is so hard.
Story though that I don't know. I feel like I've lived that 8 times.
Yeah.
Just like wanting to believe something that's when all the clues are there. Something that's not quite. I don't know. Okay, so Nick, you're off to where are you off to again?
Premiere of Jumanji. I gotta go put my suit on, do my hair.
Man, I can do that for you.
You can do my hair?
Oh, I'm really good at it.
I bet.
And you also have new music coming out in 2018. You just wrapped production in Montreal for Doug Liman's film Chaos Walking with Tom Holland, Spider-Man.
Yes. He doesn't play Spider-Man in this one.
He doesn't play Spider-Man? That'd be awesome if he did.
And Daisy Ridley as well, who's great. It was a crazy shoot, but we did it.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys. This was awesome. I had a lot of fun.
I'm so appreciative. And congratulations on everything.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You guys were awesome.
Thanks. Go on. What do you mean? Huh? But let's end with a compliment for
You
Sim
guys
and
are
I.
awesome. What you do for your listeners is very nice. And your coffee's very good. And your couch is very comfortable.
Okay, but what about how sexy we are?
You're very, yes, sensitive times.
Fine. Good night. Good night, dear listeners. I love you.